saying I can't write romance unless you already have lots of experience in love.
No, not at all.
It's okay. I'm used to people making fun of me. But someday I'll show them. I'll get pretty someday and show them all!
Pulling over like magma, she stormed off. This time, sure she hates me.
I'm gonna be honest at this point, Toko's just gonna sound like a crazy witch to me.
Once we're all done, I head back to my room for a little while. Hey, it's nighttime.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yay!
Ahem. School announcement.
Hey, that's different.
Nighttime is quickly approaching. But
What?
before... Please gather in the gym immediately.
A murder's occurred.
Emergency! Emergency!
Byakugan's dead. I fucking knew it.
I highly doubt it's Byakugan.
Gather in the gym? Why now all of a sudden? I really don't like the sound of this. I have a terrible feeling.
Watch me, Toko. That'd be funny. We were just with her.
Oh, Kyoko, did you hear the announcement just now?
Yes.
I want to go, but we don't have any choice, right?
I can't imagine it's going to be good news. But it's not a good idea to goodbye him here and now.
Goodbye.
So I'm going on ahead.
I really can't do anything except what Monokuma tells me.
Yep, pretty much. Monokuma says jump, you jump.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it while running in circles.
Okay.
Okay. A map.
Yo.
Hey man, you about to head in? Yeah, has everyone already gone ahead?
Shit.
Looks that way. I don't like it, but nothing good's gonna come from ignoring that goddamn bear. Mundo? You sure you're okay? You kinda went all out in that sauna.
What?
Huh? Who went all out? That shit doesn't even faze me.
Yo.
But you know, there at the edge of hell, a promise between men was waiting for me. Never saw it coming.
Yo.
Anyway, let's get our asses to the gym.
Well then.
Yeah, something unique must have happened between them.
He probably almost died.
Ain't no fountain. I know. Hey, Fumi, how come you haven't gone in yet?
What? Why is that?
Mr. Nagi, don't scare me like that. Sorry, but we really should go inside. No, don't go. You can't go. That's what my ghost friend is telling me. I don't feel good about it either, but we can't just ignore this. Damn, that's true too. That's true too. I guess we have no choice. I have to go too.
The fuck?
Ghost friend, huh?
His ghost friend?
I remember the programmer lady made something at some point. Asking us to gather all of a sudden like this. What could he possibly want?
Indeed. What might await us at this time?
It keeps things interesting, that's for certain. How's that funny? Can't you smile like an old person once in a while? Like how a housewife on a classic TV show smiles at the end of an episode?
What the heck?
There's something totally messed up with you if you can laugh at a time like this.
Which of us is actually messed up?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Bless you.
Nothing in particular. Just admiring, that's all. I don't want to kill anyone, but I also don't want to stay here living in blind denial day after day. I was just admiring how you could live like that and still keep your sanity.
What is this?
I'm not in denial.
That reminds me. Remember how you kept talking about how the police or whoever could come help us? How'd that turn out? Seems to me there's no sign whatsoever of possible rescue.
That's just...
Huh?
I wonder what actually happened.
Certainly.
It's strange, that's true. There's no way the police wouldn't know about it. We're right in the middle of a major urban area.
What? The police suck!
On the contrary, the mastermind may be just that powerful to take control even of the police.
Could it
This might not be related, but...
Then don't say it.
Nope, gonna say it. Spell last night.
mystery?
I was near the main hall, just staring off into space. When all of a sudden, I heard it.
You heard what?
A sound that I don't really know what it was. Kind of sound. Well, like I said, I don't really know. But if I had to describe
Could it be?
it was like a construction site, I guess? Construction site?
Serious?
I mean, I could just be making that up. I only just barely heard anything.
Then you definitely made it up. Must have just been the sound of the ocean and that head of yours.
Say what? What you talking about, Toko?
What? Why do they even bother putting question marks in front of what it says?
I don't know. We should be able to recognize the voice instantly.
Right? He's arrived.
What Hero heard wasn't the sound of construction, but it could have been an explosion. Huh? Or maybe a machine gun. That can kind of sound like construction in a way. What are you talking about? Huh. Beyond this point, my mouth is zipped. My lips are sealed. I am fully puckered. That's reverse. Okay. It's a secret little secret.
And?
Fine. Then let's move on to what you can tell us. Why did you call us all here?
Say what?
You don't beat around the old bush, do you? Ready for me to get to the point, huh?
If you please.
But before that, you mind if I vent a little? I'm low on energy these days. My stitching's even losing all its shine and luster. I'm thinking it's probably because of this ho-hum boring old everyday life. I'm looking for something with a little more stimulation, something rife with danger and intrigue.
Yep.
Listen, can I just be frank?
Today.
The next Blackened hasn't shown up yet, and I'm getting bored.
Hey.
So I decided to come up with a new way to motivate you. Motivate? Is there another set of videos or something? I gotta kill some demented thing to try and drive us all to murder. Drive you to murder? What a mean thing to say. Just awful.
You hear me?
I don't know what you got planned, but we're not gonna kill each other anymore. No matter what you do, I swear to God, we won't. That's a very big talk. Do your very best to back it up, okay? Now then, with your permission, let me begin. So this time it's embarrassing memories and secrets. As long as you're alive, it's a given that there's things you don't want other people to know about you. So I did a little investigating on my own, and I dug up some of your darkest secrets.
And those embarrassing memories and secrets are all contained in the envelopes I have right here. I'm going to hand them out now, so take a second to take a peek.
Tossed the envelopes at us. Quickly snatched the envelope with my name written on it. And I was pulled out what was written inside. My entire body suddenly went rigid.
What was it?
Went to bed until he was in 5th grade.
Huh.
What?
How?
How did you find out about this? Everyone started talking at once. You have 24 hours. If someone doesn't become blackened by then,
Extreme!
all your deepest, darkest, most embarrassingest secrets will be exposed to the world. Maybe I'll roll by a crowded intersection in a van strapped with loudspeakers and spill beans. Yeah! Wouldn't that be so embarrassing? So that's what she meant by motivate. Yep, you got it. They're all pretty unpleasant. Trust me, none of you want me to reveal that stuff, right? Definitely something I'd rather people not know, but we never kill over something like that. You don't know what everyone else has had, Makoto.
True.
Mr. Kingship over there might be like, wet the bed till the 5th grade? Ah, shit, I can't have the fucking progeny know that. What'd you say?
Count on it.
He's right, your plan is doomed to fail. No one's gonna murder someone for this kind of thing. Oh no! Is it because, for better or worse, your memory is still a way to connect to the outside world? I have stuff I wouldn't want anyone to know no matter what, so I assume you'd all be the same. Which is why I put so much effort into preparing this next motive. Man, you're really saying you won't kill each other over this stuff? That just sucks! Well, what can you do? Okay then, in 24 hours I'll expose all your secrets just to make myself feel a little better.
Okay.
So sad, so depressed. Fare not well. With an almost convincing look of depressed dejection on his face, Monokuma is reseated in the gym's depths.
So,
I didn't know what to expect at first, but maybe we dodged a bullet on this one. I mean, yeah, having those secrets revealed is going to be totally embarrassing. But that's seriously not enough to give someone a reason to kill, right?
Listen to me.
Good news, everyone! I have a brilliant idea.
Hear me?
Why don't we all just confess the secrets in those envelopes right here and now?
Out of doubt.
If we do that, any and all motive for murder will vanish. That's pretty smart, right?
Quiet down and
Okay,
listen.
so my embarrassing thing is...
I don't want to hear your stupid story.
What?
Besides, I don't want to talk about it. I don't care what anyone says. I don't want to talk about mine.
as for me,
Neither do I. Not because it is unpleasant, but because it is impossible.
Well, it's just human nature to want to hear it when you say it's impossible. Come on, it'll be good for you.
Absolutely not.
Come on,
It's
come
okay.
on.
Just a little bit. Come on, come on, come on.
honestly,
As I said,
Here we
Come on,
go.
come on, come on, come on, come on.
Hey,
I said I don't want to talk about it, you human bag of lard.
Yeah! He's basically like Monokuma. I agree with them. There's no need to discuss it. Alright, well, we know who our 3 potential murderers are.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you think, Chihiro?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Okay, 4th potential murderer.
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
We're back down to 3.
So,
If you don't want to talk, you don't have to. I'm not super excited to talk about it either.
That's true.
If everyone's that much against it, even if my bro's the one that suggested it, I gotta say no. Oh, that's okay then. Either way, if it's just a few secrets, I'm sure nobody's about to kill anybody over it. Hope you're right. Secret's so bad you kill someone to keep it. Nobody's got something like that, right? 3 people at least have something like that. Okay, I'll stop with the secret talk. But
Hear me?
each of us has 24 hours to get ready. Having our secrets exposed isn't gonna be fun, but it's not like we're gonna die because of it. So, you know, don't do anything hasty. The way you keep repeating it kind of makes me worry even more. Oh, okay, sorry. I know it's gonna be tough, but... You know what we should do? Everyone go to your rooms right now, don't come out for 24 hours.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. If I have a guy stand in the hallway, hey, if I see you exit the room, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'll be the black end, and then you all just vote me. This is school announcement.
As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point strictly prohibited. Okay then, sweet dreams everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bug fight.
Nighttime already, huh? Okay, let's call it a day.
Of course.
Good idea. We need to prepare for tomorrow.
I was left in anxiety, I just couldn't shake, but we left things as they were and left things as they lay. One by one, we head back to our dorm rooms. Secrets and memories you don't want anyone to know about. A way to connect with the outside world. Honestly, all that crap Monokuma said was spouting didn't have any effect on me. There's no way anyone would kill over stuff like that. Yeah, wetting the bed, but you don't know. Maybe gambler chick lost the game. At least that's what I thought. But maybe I was just being optimistic, which is probably why without too much of a struggle. Geez, I'm more tired than usual. Super tired today. Yeah, maybe, because we stayed up a little bit later.
Yep.
But what I didn't know is that even then, a tragedy was taking place.
Oh, Nakuma
Hey, look, a gun. Hey, do you have a second? I want to confide in you. It's about the prevailing world attitude right now. Everyone tries to avoid COVID, but everyone's trying to catch it. Difference between passive and active. I mean, actively avoiding it means you're wearing a mask and staying indoors. Passively avoiding it means you're not wearing a mask and going to fast food restaurants every day.
Possibly avoiding it is thinking that just 6 feet apart is going to save you.
Not even that.
Wait.
Spitting in the face of the cashier as you order your food is a perfectly acceptable way to avoid catching COVID. For example, it's the difference between, like, oops, I killed him, and yeah, that's right, I killed him.
Oops, I got COVID. Yeah, I got
Amazingly,
COVID, yeah.
there are tons of people who don't understand the difference. Can you believe it? Like, that a mask protects you from COVID, and that 2 people wearing a mask protects both people double times from COVID, regardless of whether or not one has it. If there's a huge difference between oops and that's right, you know what I'm saying, right? Anyone can kill someone in the heat of the moment, but surprisingly few can do it with a calculated intent. To make that choice and put it into action, it's way harder than just letting your emotions lead you. It's all about preparation, resolve. So maybe you're wondering, what's the point I'm trying to make?
Well,
That COVID
I'm
is
not
bad,
totally
and
sure
you should wear a
myself.
mask.
Maybe
Everyone.
you should try reading between the lines.
Or that, just read between the lines, you fucking moron.
Morning.
Morning. Good
Good.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning!
Oh my god, what?
Nice reaction. I'm glad to see you didn't disappoint. What are you doing here?
Yep.
I wanted to spice things up, so instead of a school announcement, I decided to wake you up in person. The hell for? Because it's fun! And as long as I'm here, I forget to let you hear it right from the bear's mouth. You're what? Are you sure you should be acting this laid back? I mean, even though something happened to one of your buddy classmates?
Say
What?
what?
Your face is all blue, like someone on the verge of death. What happened? What are you talking about? That's for me to know, and you to find out. Good luck!
Oh my god.
Something's happened to someone. Was it? Oh shit, they didn't wear a mask. They got COVID.
Oh my god.
They're dead!
Darling.
What is so pointless, especially now when the dining hall, I need to get to the dining hall.
Who's there? Watch there be nobody. Well, we've got some people. Byakugan's okay.
Hey, Byakugan showed up for fucking once.
Ah, Makoto.
Are you okay?
Hey,
Did Monokuma talk to you too?
Yeah, in my dreams. Hiro, Hina, Sakura, and Byakugan. The only ones here was everyone else. Either they're already off trying to verify what Monokuma said, or they've fallen victim to the something that Monokuma mentioned. The something?
perhaps.
It can't be. Has it happened again? Murder?
After hearing what Monokuma had to say, the worst possibility forced its way into my mind. I took everything I had to drive that thought away. Fucking thoughts, get out of here. I don't care if you have red hair. So, something really did happen. Does that mean someone did it because of what happened yesterday?
Huh?
It can't be. That stuff was just a bunch of old memories.
Just old memories? Don't be so sure of that. Clearly someone felt it was more important than that. Huh? To judge someone else's values based on your own outlook, do you realize how dangerous that is?
What the heck?
Well, Why didn't you say something yesterday?
To be fair, it would have been suspicious and you guys would have suspected him more than him not wanting to talk already about his secret.
That's fair.
Naturally.
Did you already forget? This isn't a co-op game, it's every man for himself. What good does it do me to go out of my way to help you? All I had to do was go to my room and lock it up and I'd be safe for the night.
Stop saying that already.
There's something wrong with him, for serious. Did he get brainwashed or something?
Wait.
That's not important. What matters right now is that we find out what happened.
That's fine.
She's right. Let's all split up and begin looking. The game is afoot.
He tries to sound like Sherlock Holmes, but all I can think is Scooby-Doo! It's time to split up, gang! Is everyone on the second floor, I guess?
Yeah, but this is a classic situation where we're gonna check every single room before we talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Did someone grab a steamed ham to beat someone with? What about the TV? That knife is still missing.
Yeah, I don't think that knife is ever coming back.
Since talking to people advances time, it seems, we need to be selective about our talking. I think he's now considering using the massage chair. Took someone getting murdered for you to think about it, huh? Alright, cool.
That is sometimes. Oh, it's on anyway. I wonder if the 75% is because you don't have the other floors yet.
I don't know.
Hey, Sakura. You don't even get past how scarred up she is. She's really not that attractive. She's just very scarred up, and I kind of wonder why.
Considering she's a martial artist, it's probably from fighting.
Yeah, but that's a hell of a scar. Even for a martial artist.
You know they fight bears sometimes, right?
Did Jet Li look like a walking scar display?
Some martial artists get off on agility, some are brute force. She's obviously the brute force type.
That's fair.
Jet Li didn't have that much fucking muscle on him. Also, he used legs primarily.
I won't deny that, but still. She must have been beat to hell and back a couple of times.
There's nothing worthwhile over there. I've already checked, so there can be no mistake. And he's pretty insistent about me not going into that fucking room. There's nothing of interest, don't you agree? You should go look somewhere else. Hey, dude.
He's never gonna be helpful. He's just gonna be an ass to me.
Gonna make them pork chops.
Don't tell me to do that. Because you're searching the rooms, right?
Yeah.
What, on the second floor?
Well, I kind of made a guess that the library is where the murder scene was, and I was wrong.
Well, probably.
Where is the pool? Like a s'mores Pop-Tart? Or... You are gonna put in the toaster first, right?
No.
You just eat them cold?
Yeah.
Ew.
You want me to toast one first?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We bought those, right?
Yeah.
You bought those?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the generic ones.
Oh, the Aldi's brand?
Sure you don't want one?
The door's open, but aren't they supposed to be locked?
Oh, God. Nope,
What?
that's a bad thing.
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
It's all
Investigation.
clear now.
Just as I thought. Byakugan!
I see.
Judging from what he just said, there can be no doubt a murder really has taken place. Come on! And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? How suspicious? Seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. Why?
You have a girl to do that?
He was muttering as if talking only to himself. Without waiting for a reply, he pressed his hand against the girls' locker room door and walked straight on in.
What?
Swung open without a sound.
I thought he was gonna get shot for sure.
In that moment, time seemed to freeze. Maybe he does get shot.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't even talk to her. Huh. What? I don't know how long it took for me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at, but as soon as I did, wild, almost primeval scream escaped from my mouth.
Danganronpa.
I tried to suppress my scream, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakugan, on the other hand,
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? It's totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow. Something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, could you stop saying that? Would you kindly? You killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur who have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? That's silly. I'm still feeling too confused to understand what he's trying to say. Before I could even begin to clear my head...
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something... Ah, Chihiro! Shut.
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, trial begin!
What the hell is that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine instead the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement? Then Chihiro really... You're looking at her corpse!
Naturally.
Dead, yes. Naturally. Well, you're not screaming your head off. Go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer.
Did anyone decide to notice that the blood is not under Chihiro?
Taka bolted out of the locker room. As if everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time had passed at all. I already saw the female poster in there too, and that's the girls' locker room. I'm like, that was in the boys' locker room. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body.
Damn.
She's turning into a JoJo character.
Damn, I couldn't keep her safe.
So here's another victim.
Which means we are now in the same position once again.
Fuck, man. What the fuck is this? It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I hadn't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive.
Shut up. Yeah, look. There's no blood under her.
I mean, she probably got dragged. Right now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already. There's a word written there.
Okay.
On the wall? Look, dude, I didn't want to talk to you in the first place. The word bloodless is written on the wall in blood.
So,
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange.
But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. Yep. Yeah, but it's too obvious. Genocide Jack! A murderous fiend whose grisly attacks are famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal downright brutal
what
killings.
is this?
So this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that?
Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. Right.
What?
Dude, you're the only one who's been hanging out in the library, so you're like top of my suspects list. The real... Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I'm surprised that they're still guilty.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. Got a point.
What is it now?
Toko.
He was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Last I arrived, now she was just standing there.
No! Why? Why? Why?
Pass out, there's blood. Pass out, there's blood. Hey, there you go. She fainted. That did not sound good.
Toko?
Kina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake.
Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up.
Oh, that's right. I just don't know what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood. Except it was fine when Juko got impaled in front of her 700 times.
Oh,
So she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then.
This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. And I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like, on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count? Gotcha. Also, me, first time. I guess I did pass out in my room when I found Saka's corpse.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up.
Does she, though? As if she'd heard her. Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was totally lost for words. She leapt straight into the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up.
What?
Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her emotions were totally haphazard.
Huh? What? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know. It happens, right? Was I the only one?
Toko, are you okay?
I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit real hard when she fainted.
The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
well.
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant.
It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
So,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me?
If you need help, I don't mind.
Papa, could you help me?
She totally ignored me. Very well, you take care of the girl and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second, rushing to an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that...
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course!
Right as rain! But don't take it as a bad thing, it's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. What's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us murdered? What, does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pay to mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry!
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum! Allow me to present the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later!
So please do your very tippy-toppy best on this investigation.
no way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation? She is very well strung up, though. Examining the corpse of one of our friends?
That's the extension cord.
Having to suspect all our other friends? I hate this. I can't take it anymore.
Oh no!
I hate it too!
Help me!
I've had enough. I'm getting out of here. You're so
Hey!
useless.
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid and dead body's a simple object.
You are very enthusiastic about all of this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon...
What?
What, do you want to die?
Such
Fine,
ignorance.
then go off and die somewhere right now. Go ahead, you're a waste of space.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Sure wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some India.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakugan said.
Kyoko.
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakugan is right, that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
They get more victims. If we mess up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that. At all.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right?
His game would end.
The new rules in the regulation menu.
In that case, why not limit it to one person?
hey!
Well, in a good history, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial.
I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger.
Interesting.
It's definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
Son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up!
So, well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Coco off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off.
There is nothing to be
We
done.
have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation swiftly. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife.
That's true.
I love what she says. She says some fun stuff.
Better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim of Chihiro Fujisaki, the time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. Cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do.
See, that's something I love about this game. Stuff is clear as day. Like, if they get knocked over the head and that's how they die, you can see that's how they died.
Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? You need something from
Naturally.
me? Of course, life without purpose is quite dull, you know? So what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, also stop talking. Which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you. You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Right?
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakugan on this one.
I don't know what just happened.
Bloodlust written on the wall. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. There's a corpse. I feel the life draining out of my own body. Oh shit, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Very strange.
The more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Maybe you're the killer. You're the one who's been reading books recently. Poster got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Which means it didn't happen here, because I know that's in the boys' locker room. This is my only opportunity to be in the girls' locker room. It is time to find coins! There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is bloodstain. There's bloodstain on a dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. That is a 20-pound weight. and all those are matching. So that thing is 100 pounds?
No. Is each one 20 pounds?
Yeah, it says that thing right there is 20 pounds. So if I'm looking at those things as individually, it's either a 40-pound weight, 20 on each side, or every single one of those little things is 20, which is not as likely because it's a, well, no, you can do that with dumbbells, and that's 100 pounds. No, 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which seems ridiculous. That would completely crush her skull.
I mean, we can't see her face. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Look, room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Yay.
Pool of blood. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Okay, so we got bloodlust, we got the fact that she's dead. We got the door. We got Detective Girl. I want to talk to Kyoko instead of Byakugan. Sugar time examining Shiro's work. She pumped proudly going over every inch of the lifeless body. You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble. She seems to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us.
You're not worth my time.
If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. What about you? Are you gonna be useful? Jesus Christ. Hold on, we still have more to check here. Do we?
You haven't talked to Sakura.
You need to talk to other human beings? I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. Lol. Why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, it could have been killed somewhere else and carried here.
She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her. But still.
What?
I still think she came here on her own, like toys.
That's what you think. What makes you say that?
She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger.
She's saying she came here to exercise, but according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Has she really been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
You know, or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then.
Avoiding it?
Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us.
Instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However.
Perhaps. But it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others.
So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else?
It's a possibility, I think. See?
Dude had a complex about being weak. You heard Chiro talk about it, right? Oh, I need to get stronger? Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. Did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Those girls aren't that strong. I don't know, man. Haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. Can't help wondering what it might be. Well, this count has been added to the truth bullet section of your notebook. Now I believe it's time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clothes won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true,
Let's
but
go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. So pushy, I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right?
You're a bitch, you know that?
That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot.
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together. You call for me? It's been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? It's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. It's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prevent anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct! So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Shiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Well, let me tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there. As
Other
such,
words,
the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. Am I wrong? No. The person murdered was a female. Her handbook could have been used to open the door. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Takami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. Yeah! You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead body can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on, you're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, that means someone would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
So sleepy! Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. People like Byakugan, get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest of your own damn self.
He does have his shit together. That's the
Well, I know
thing.
you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. Main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card readers may add the truth bullet section.
I hate this guy. It's like I can't hate him anymore, and then he finds a way to make me hate him more.
So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? You, man. Screenshot. There we go.
Man, can this guy ever be less of a prick? Ugh.
Mailbox here, something inside. E-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here? So, you finally found them. Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I needed to turn on one of the handbooks, and when I did... You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. Yeah, let's pay attention to something that happened a nanosecond ago. I see, yeah, now I understand.
What?
Hold on a second. What's
Very
wrong?
strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Sana? Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey!
No!
Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to the student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but, even my amazing handbook does have a single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret! I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks. And Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. Heat. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma says it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on. It's not Leon's.
That's fine.
But I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me.
Heat, cold, electricity, something has to break it.
Heat. Anything can overheat, overclock. Broken knee handbooks have been added to the handbook thingy. Okay then, this should be enough to get things going. Rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? I like that we're making an assumption. What do you mean by that, Byakugan? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killers, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed
Don't make me
Chihiro?
repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. Murderous Fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. Like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that?
Sure, why not?
You're not wrong to wonder. The words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Okay, are you gonna show me? Oh, I guess you're not.
Well then.
And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you that Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need. Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence does something like that really... Hey, you two!
Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play
We're
with
busy. Leave us alone. I don't have time for this.
But it's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, please. You gotta help me.
you. Such ignorance.
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. I mean, but it's an emergency.
What happened?
Oh,
Something...
something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange.
I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do,
Very
Byakugan?
strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. Also, I'm over here on the left suddenly, when I was on the right earlier. I suppose we could take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you concerned that I somehow ended up over here, on the other side of you, without you realizing? You sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah. Okay, come on, hurry.
Wait for us,
Let's
you know.
go.
Looks like she's headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right.
Such ignorance.
You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space.
Wow. Oh God. That's mean.
Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? Yeah. Am I not gonna open the door? Oh, okay.
You guys are too slow.
Hey, you're athletic. Shut up. think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency?
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lie down. After a while, we came back to check on her, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff.
That's fine.
Weird stuff. We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea.
Let's try talking with Toko again.
Hurry up and do it.
You have to be the one to do it.
I may as well give it a shot.
Ding dong!
The door swung open slowly and
Ooh, I
silently.
get to do the crazy voice again. Oh god.
Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that?
She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago,
Your turn.
I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it.
Scared enough to even bother doing. She think the same thing as Byakugan? She think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why she's scared?
But whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Guys, pretty sure she's got another personality going on called Genocide Jack. How has nobody else caught this?
Hey, Byakugan, you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure.
Sure, whatever.
Great. Here we go. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakugan? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to.
Stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone, you're all so annoying. Ah! Bacula!
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
That is
Bacula.
shut.
Bacula.
Dr. Blackula.
Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off.
There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toga talking about just now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. And I hurried to catch up. Tried to talk to him several times as he walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room.
Library.
The library? Come on, let's go in.
Called
Are you
it.
gonna show me the secret room? I'm going in. I'm going straight for it. If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Whoa, okay, you're actually letting me go in. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside.
it's just an archive of murders.
Whoa, there's so many books and files, and so much dust,
So,
too.
in other words,
I would say there's enough value here in this place to endure the dust. Wooden box. It's empty, although judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Shelf stuff packed with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharpened I and D to select that file, huh?
that's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. That making sound. I return the file to the shelf. So many files stuck on the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who could control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous who, commenter? You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? Let's let it go for now. Really? This? It's a lamp. Oh, it's a desk lamp. I guess the same one I saw Byakugan using in the library before. You have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use.
Just, do you have a problem with the lamp?
Ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't want to ever look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So, you're finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library. Why have you kept me out of here for fucking 5 straight days?
Right?
The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label a lie.
You're the one that wouldn't let
Well,
it
it's not
in.
that. It's just... It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, it's just so much. How can anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. This is too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what do you consider usuals based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second, you're saying you read all these documents in more than once? Because all this is to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh. Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. That's not possible.
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world in the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all the levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakugan is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakugan grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood, and the second is that when the victims were murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened with Shihiro. Save you surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer herself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? That's the key question, but in fact the answer is quite simple.
So in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us? Yeah, but haven't you read the case files? You know it involves scissors or some shit, right? How are you overlooking that? Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I mean, there's a reason I'm getting scissors out of a gotcha machine. I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Show me your what? What part of yourself? Do I want to know? There's even a surveillance camera here. The surveillance camera's been watching you get fooled! Byakugan, about that Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see
That's
it?
fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. Byakugan handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. See? Scissors.
Yeah, there's something wrong here.
The name of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages.
The victims are also men. Yeah, they're all men.
But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killers, countless victims, were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. At the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. I have to lower it again! Wait, I need to move to the light. Profiling results? All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it can suggest that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there is any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the subject may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So in
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality, the kind of thing you see on TV, and that Coco was showing off earlier.
Right?
So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. This one's way more unbelievable than anything else until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind's gone numb.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakugan! As usual, he turned left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Oh, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden
I
like
don't
that?
have time to play with
Come
you.
on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Just like that, he was gone. Just so quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything being tossed around. At the same time, I uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro, except not, because there's no fucking scissors. And that murderous fiend is one of us! But who is that? I have to find out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's something I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room, too. Why, though, Makoto? I know why I'm gonna check it, why do you? And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can.
Now see, the interesting thing about this whole thing is, yeah, the VID is fake. And Toko was showing off that problem. So, how did that not trigger anyone's thoughts at all? Nobody was like, hold on a second, that sounds familiar. Oh, the thing changed. You're right, they swapped posters. For Chihiro. Oh, hey, there's blood.
Huh? It's posters. Popular boy band called Tornado. Someone doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Blood.
Try blood. Someone tried to clean it. But, anyway, what I was saying. Even if Toko was Genocide Jack, number one, there's the lack of scissors, the killing method's way different, and then there's the fact that Toko looked up, went, oh, is that a body? Are they dead? Are you dead? Means that they were not present during the death. It doesn't add up. So, yeah. Byakugan can act like he's smart all he wants, but he's not taking all the clues.
Can't just bash shell in there, alright.
Nope.
You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together.
Kinky. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I've never really paid any attention to the posters.
I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising.
Do you have protein coffee?
In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain.
Stain? I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. Ta-da! There wasn't one!
talk to people. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Generally speaking,
However,
but I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of.
Something besides the investigation? What is
well,
it?
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder.
But
so
But before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success.
and she just fucking left. Saying, "Oh, look at the body then."
Chihiro's ebook is missing.
Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Found with some kind of extension cord. Yeah. Man, I could tell it was an extension cord from here. That doesn't... But the one thing I think about, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Fatal injury is a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her with the dumbbell. Right, there's the issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But they're suspended by knives! What does this all mean? Or, scissors. Well, one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro, whatever. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Well, first let's verify the mystery of the coffee stain. Really? I can't put two and two together, huh? I thought, oh, the posters have been switched, but I haven't determined that the... Okay. Also, who's our likely murderer?
Our likely murderer at this moment?
Mondo said something about a promise that he let slip out.
How about Mondo? Did you notice how Mondo addresses Chihiro?
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like he knows this guy.
Yeah. And Chihiro, considering the rug is from the guy's room, the posters from the guy's room, Chihiro might very well be a guy.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking they got killed in the boys' room.
Someone got upset that they might have started getting a crush on a boy. Nothing, jumping to conclusions.
Alright. Your filming has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit. Another stats increase for me. Evidence, what'd you find? I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah. Mrs. Ludenberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Really, what did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. Drums. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be?
I
I like how he addresses the killer as he. Come check out the library. Byakugan. How dare he?
Right. I have to actually check the lamp. There's a thick layer, just on this. The lamp. The lamp! No, the lamp won't turn on. It's not plugged in. It's not allowed to reach the outlets. But last time I saw it was definitely on. It was definitely right there. That's right, he was using an extension cord. There's no extension cord here now. What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to happen. So, can I just say one thing about Makoto?
What?
Makoto's bright,
Ooh.
but my god is he dumb.
He's not able to do his deductive reasoning in his head. He does it
Yeah.
at physical objects.
Yeah. So he literally has to see everything, and he doesn't. He
Like,
can't decide anything without seeing
I had already
it.
determined the extension cord had been moved before I even found the body.
Yeah. He tried to turn on the lamp. He's the kind of person who's like really smart and then can't figure out why his computer won't turn on. Because it's not plugged in, dude. So are we just leaving Choco by himself
Apparently, Asahina. Oh, Ina, how's Toka doing?
now? Same as before. She won't come out, and she just keeps on mumbling something about genocide Jack. So I just left her there.
You left her.
My head was all swimming and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Choco's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her.
Speaking of which, what are you eating?
A donut, of course.
Of course.
There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts.
One of those is man-made. Really?
I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her.
Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us.
Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls.
Was she just shy?
I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait! Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right?
Oh, law. I think so. I never really saw her as that kind of girl.
Actually, can we be honest about something for a second?
What?
I am more comfortable around the guys that I hang out with than I am around most girls that I hang around with. Guys are just more comfortable because they don't have all the petty disputes that girls often have. But I mean, that is a pretty good case for Chihiro maybe not being as girly as you think. Off to the warehouse!
I really don't think Celeste has anything for me. But I can't find anyone else anywhere. no one else to talk to right now. Celeste, what are you doing here?
This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it as pointless.
Then did you find something?
Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
I
indeed.
assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose.
So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there's no trace of a track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which means the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow.
Nice!
So we gotta go to the incinerator.
Bong, ding, bong. Please don't say it's already 10 p.m.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just
Lunge right in.
plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You'll remember where to meet, right? Let's go to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Oh, here we go!
I feel like I didn't get to do a lot. Byakugan ate a shit ton of time.
Just bitching and whining and moaning and grumbling.
And then Hifumi directed me to Celeste, who in turn directed me to actual evidence that I can no longer go get.
Right? Like, we can't even look for the duffel bag or anything. Can we? Are we able to go look for it? No, we can't. God damn it.
I guess this is what results in unique playthroughs.
We're never helping Byakugan. Fucking annoying.
Well, we literally had no choice.
I know.
So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo,
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember? Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Just like I said, a few moments later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him.
I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. Can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible!
Whew, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
What the fuck even
Let's
is
go.
Monokuma?
So shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. That murderer is one of us.
hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails, right, bro? You ready? We doing this?
Well,
I will uncover the villain who performs such heinous acts on a weaker individual.
how very sad.
Miss Fujisaki, I must admit, being 3D issue was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe.
Oh, you tried.
Shall we go?
Shall we begin? There is something odd about Topper's behavior. I do not think mere talk is enough to explain it. I guess there wasn't much help at all on this one.
I give you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you.
But your logic's not right. I really feel like we didn't do enough evidence for this one.
We have no choice. We have to do this. Well, I feel like it won't throw you into the thing without at least enough to win. But this might be difficult.
But we literally checked everything we could. Didn't we?
We didn't go to the incinerator ahead of time. I think you talked to Celeste and Hifumi too early. But I only did that because I was like, Yaku just isn't on the map, so I can't get the Unisec Jack thing. I was trying to get him to spawn. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? No waste of time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Grills!
Everyone,
Chills!
please find your assigned seats. So the curtain open once again. Deadly betrayal, deadly deception, riddle, distance, face. Clash trial.
Trial!
Let's do save slot.
Are we able to look at our... Ooh, fancy.
All rise.
Let's begin basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about murder weapon!
It was a head.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of instrument could it have been?
Shoot!
Chihiro injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Nope.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Heroes, it appears.
According to the what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
There's literally a bloody dumbbell right next to it.
It certainly would.
Like to feel.
hate the way this thing's moving across the screen.
There was an iron pipe.
Interesting. I certainly would like to hear.
It just moves so slow.
Yes, it was a...
According to the Monokuma, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? Interesting.
I certainly would like to hear.
Heroes, it appears it would...
It's just, if I fire at the word just flies away. See? I have to fire at once.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
The wound on the victim's head is considered. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yeah! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear. Joe's killer is... Genocide Jack.
Fine. Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles. So a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual mark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to general, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
It didn't say what I do to attach the silencer.
The culprit is genocide. I'm sure. Or is that...
Possible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No! I might know one reason he could be involved. File. While I was looking around the library. Confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. Let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every genocide case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob-lust.
No, it's actually blood.
But more important is the characteristic that has never been made public.
Never public?
Why don't you?
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this? Only high-level police officials were aware of it. There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack, one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko. Fukawa.
phobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
That's somewhere in the file. They thought that the suspect had, what do they call it? This identity disorder.
I think they just had to use something short.
Okay, but still, to go and say that about Miss Kawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than you.
That's right. Think back. She fainted at Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone was coming here.
Don't assign adjectives to my tongue without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, can't handle, and one that obviously...
So when Toko trapped her in the room, it's because she was scared of Jack?
The reason she locked herself in the room wasn't to keep other people getting it. Her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko, afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her.
How? Yeah. How do you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. No is, how did you tell them? Night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. Me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
Just couldn't resist that you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Oh, the act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
You don't mean...
Toga's body suddenly lunged backwards. Huge thud across the courtroom, but in the next second, he's just fine!
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see? Yes! What the heck?
What the heck?
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. You. I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Yet. Jill!
What the fuck is this?
What happened to
And what happened to textbook split personality? So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
So intense.
Murderous mind, sound, and murderous.
To know.
Yes, well, the world is of a vacuum. Just like how every inch has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind a dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Yes!
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living causes pain to everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume it was about Genocide Jack. If a would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you would murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but never.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Believe a word you say, you monster! Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you...
Perhaps if you had an alibi, it would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do you need? Give it up.
You say that, but do you really any of us believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would...
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders to the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it's wrong! Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases in this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. To a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are clear differences. Genocide Jack cases, this one. I got it! For one, the cause of... In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died... Right? Remarkably different. It'd be strange for someone who kills the same way to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? Difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer did to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Something pointy!
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp.
I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac!
That's amazing.
You really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as day why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo bullseye, right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
We're so derailed right now.
Right?
They were all...
Right! Oh, adorable little man! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
What the hell is wrong?
I can't help it! Just a full throttle boy-on-boy fangirl!
since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be. I have too much passion and conviction. That's the absolute reality of a one.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you use the gun. You... There's
Any scissors? Don't just use any scissors! Oh, scissors!
Okay, whatever. You're still in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
She's fully equipped!
And so anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you? Not to mention, I have no clue how to type it. So run the end of the question anyway.
She's basically like Jinx right now.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police...
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Except that Byakugan was the one reading the case files and the only one who had access to the library and wouldn't let anyone into the archive room. It's him!
Right? There's one person who could have copied the cases.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out. You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you've already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Kogami did it?
Yeah, and he was in there trying to think of an intricate way to kill someone.
The reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like my step on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must... When would you say I'm acting suspicious? Surely you...
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have napped boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The hero, a girl. Hence why I said check the girl locker
We
room.
didn't know Chihiro was the victim yet.
Nothing strange about that, I say. On the contrary, there's something very strange.
We had no idea who was dead.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Ooh, that's cool.
dead before he found the body. But he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the option, check out the girl's life.
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro. Who was a...
No! Wrong! What's so strange about that? Until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. Room first.
Good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Finished already. There must be more to it.
Because he's not the one that actually did it.
There is. I think.
There is more to
He
it.
suspended the body,
Think about
but
it.
he didn't kill her.
We just talked about the difference
Which is
between
sick in
this
its own right.
and past genocide incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof I'm a culprit.
The rope. I mean, it's his extension cord. He's the only one.
What? The difference between the cases? Again? When I want to kill, I use my very special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with the rope, was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen
Never
before in
seen
my
it
life.
before in his life. What?
Obviously, somebody else
Must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What a fucking sudden block.
The difference? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very... And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with
Fishy indeed about that. Hey, Byakuya.
Get it from?
I'd never seen my life. Obviously.
Else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? Different? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, I use my very own... And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro
Was suspended with some kind of...
That's right! Then there must be something... Hey,
Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in
Come
my
on!
life. Obviously,
hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference? You want me to explain?
Yeah, I gotta silence it and then shoot it, but the fucking message is gonna go away while it's still, the bullet's going to hit it.
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope.
Go.
Great.
Actually,
So
I'm
fucking
pretty sure you
annoying.
have seen it. Because you see that rope, or should I say,
An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who used that extension cord as much as you just that fact. And Byakuya,
That's really... Conclusion is something like this. Hero in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right? What's wrong? I asked you what happened.
Tell you what happened. So that's it, right? Byakugan is the killer.
I don't disagree.
Calling us a game?
I don't
Are
disagree.
you willing to do something like this to win?
Sorry, but we hold on just a second. I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. You really need to. You've already decided it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a suicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
I got it! You killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Oh, that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. Kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found in the girls' room. There is absolutely no question about that. The scene of the crime has been anywhere else.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere, carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Move on without permission? What do you mean she was killed?
If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Dying so he can leave.
Well, here's the thing. If we get it wrong, the actual murder gets away. He died. I don't think he misunderstands that particular concept. Just being accused is the black end and the whole thing failing.
That's true.
Only the actual black end gets away.
That's true. So why is he so interested?
He just doesn't care.
I got it! The proof that she was
He
killed
just wants
somewhere
to win
else
the
is
game.
the poster that's hanging in
Which
each
is
locker
this trial. Tricking everyone to think he did it is his own fun.
Picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, they seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe...
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room, I spilled some protein on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
I like that there's this idea that we have cameras. Like, I'm actually showing them this stuff, but we're all in a class trial. We're talking. It was on the boys' locker room carpet. No one else verified it. I'm just telling you that.
But why would anyone do that?
Maybe.
To move the murder scene from one locker room to... It's certain. In other words, blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
You certainly follow your reasoning, but...
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene to fire? Actually, an even bigger question. Murder did take place in the locker room. Then how did Chihiro get in the boys' place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card with the device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he actually being serious for once?
Nah, there's no way he's gonna say the right thing. That's the whole point of me truth bulleting him.
It'd be hilarious if he did.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
Hacked her e-book? No.
Program, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem. No. She used the thing that was in the hall.
Huh? What about that? Huh.
Book, of course. If she had that, she could get into the locker room no problem.
Okay.
Was it really? Could Chihiro really have...
She must have hacked her e-handbook. Use the thing that was...
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about his handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
I hate how long the bullet takes to get to the fucking statement.
She must have hacked her handbook. She was the ultimate programmer. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think it was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
No! No, I don't think she... Because the handbook was broken.
Except it's not Leon's handbook.
Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty possible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the nut!
Sense anyway.
So then, she... Like I said, she used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix it. Handbook! It starts glaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
She could have gotten locker room. So I guess...
I vote for Byakugan!
Don't rush.
Hold. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's no other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking? Wait.
Well, to explain that, we take a little break from the trial. I'd like to come see something.
Wait! What do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
You'll make things more exciting? I declare it test trial recess. What is it you want to show us? Better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
She's taking us back to the scene of the crime. Lol. Hey, did any of you bother lifting up her skirt?
You've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Yeah.
Examine her carefully. Using our hands. No, wait.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
There. I'll do it.
Sakura's like, fine, I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro will have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to check the body. We will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible. Girl
is
a boy.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Thank you for confirming this fact. What?
It's really true.
I still like this meme. It's even better because now there's a busty babe in the background.
How did they just get more and more dodgy looking?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh no! Fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
He wasn't actually hurting anybody, though.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
It's their reactions.
Let's resume the class training.
Now then, the class trial. We've all shocking revelation. The hero was a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was, he would have had no problem gaining access to the room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room, and the killer could have easily use Sayaka or Junko's handbooks to get into his locker room.
Chihiro really was.
For moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries.
Well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. Become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, still think Byakuya's a killer?
I doubt Byakuya's the one that made Chihiro. I think he might.
What? But aren't you the one accused him?
He just too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with it.
I think that might have anything to do with him.
The evidence he left behind was overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out the guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it me that you don't have more concrete reason. It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not culprit. Corpse in the girls' locker room and decide to alter it.
Okay.
Are you fucking with us right?
Creepy, man. You do you.
I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it to believe. You're free to be along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My hard map now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me...
That's what it amounts to.
Sure, without talking about it a little more.
We're good, aren't we? I thought it was clear.
Oh my god, dude, have you been listening for the last 5 minutes?
No.
We moved on.
If there's
He's not been listening.
we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
When am I?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time.
I bet the killer
You
just
still have
sitting in
time.
their seat going, holy shit, I didn't
That's
expect it to
very
be this
true.
way.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Real killer. Da-da-da.
I got it!
Is there a single clue? Like, did it?
Did nobody get a look at the killer?
The spin.
Don't by now.
Perhaps. Point.
I also don't like that the aimer
All we
just
need right now
kinda
is any kind of new
shakes around.
It's over. It's all over.
It's over.
You want to know who saw the...
Only the killer. That's the lie right there.
Not like they're just gonna turn the... Game over, man! Game over!
No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue? Likely.
That's what
Clues are weak. Nobody get a look at the...
I'm sure if someone saw the killer...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Even that might...
Yeah. All we need... Well,
It's over. It's all over. One of... Saw the victim? Killer!
No!
Someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you...
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see it.
Really?
Oh, but... Knows about this.
Makoto.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
Last night, nighttime, I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, headed back to exercise.
But we didn't find anything like that at the scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
That is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. Only if someone were for whom I should meet.
So, Mr. Fujisawa way to meet with someone, and then they want to work out.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always...
Probably because he was afraid you found out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have hated whoever he was meeting with very much. You know, his secret.
Whoa! What a marvelous friendship!
the point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection. Huh? Know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer just... Focus on the of these, and it should be obvious who was waiting for it.
Are you
About that. You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
See, it's deliberate. We weren't supposed to find it.
I want to track down some fingerprints or...
Even if we had the equipment, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Noted the evidence.
Y'all don't know how to lift fingerprints.
Nothing to get fingerprints from.
Well, that statement.
Maybe. Certain inferences, if we just take the time to talk it out.
easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there. I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a variety of tracks to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took. First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. To ask, why did he choose the specific route that he did?
What do you mean, the specific track?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is... Killer... Shoot his hand?
No, it's wrong.
How did he know the color?
Hold on a second, Mondo.
Celeste hasn't said
What
the
did you
color
just
yet.
say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Jacket. Oh, yeah, no color.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why... blue tracksuit?
What are you... You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told you.
Then, Mondo. Chihiro's tracksuit was.
Well, because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
The only reason he could have known what color the track was is if he before he died. That's the only
Cherry.
I bet she's still twirling fucking knives.
About Chihiro? Or didn't you?
Fucking twirly tongue.
To see it last night. He walked past me. He was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Duffel baggy.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh,
According to
God.
Celeste's testimony,
Have you been listening at all?
when Celeste the point in the back, just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you can't hand him the shovel. That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
I understand. And big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intent was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But what made you so suspicious?
Question. Didn't know. You tend to refer to women differently. Only call boys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, I happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Were you a witch? Frightful.
No,
Frightful.
frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging like a goddamn criminal!
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, it seems we are all out of leads.
My time is nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, reminds me.
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. You're calmly. It might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have?
Student handbook?
To be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing in the scene of the crime, right?
Fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this Leon's useless in the main. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? Did the handbooks get broken?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that's very not good.
Just tell us all. Why would we want to break our own handbook?
She demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long,
Yes, sauna.
a melt and totally break. Yeah, because I found the temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, of air would get blown away, burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew this.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Quite the mystery.
What if they...
What do you mean, accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness? It broke. They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't figure out why.
Here's why I know that Taka isn't military. He doesn't work out.
And once
He
they
doesn't
had
go to the gym all
Chihiro's
the time.
handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa!
I think who may have put your handbook into the sauna was...
Worked out in your room.
The one who wore their clothes into the sauna. I wonder who that was.
Here's my answer! Mondo, your handbook got broken in this.
This is so long. Probably call it a night. What do you mean already?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
It'll be 10 by the time we're
Mondo and
done.
Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold up! You've got it all wrong! He would never kill! I don't accept this! Show me the proof! The actual solid proof!
Huh.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. You broke your...
Is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See?
Let's test Makoto if what he says is correct. You broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works fine!
Mondo, the handbook. The hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
About.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook for one that actually works. I think he replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said it on never broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes, but doesn't...
Loaning out.
No, again, it's borrowed.
Well,
Why are we doing
why
this
look
again?
there is a rule about loaning your handbook to another but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of...
Not a violation of the rules.
If I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. Wrong. You just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Then why don't we on this case one more time? That way, everything will become clear. Right or wrong?
The comic book.
The closing argument. Okay.
Boy, fuck, I don't know step 1.
It's that one.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. No, you're right, 'cause that boy's door is open. You're right.
There's him.
Talking with a friend.
That's a bath situation. Gashes are on the back of the head, and I guess that's when the blood gets on the poster.
Because we know what he did for sure. The girl's one goes right there.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
Yeah, speaking of, what was Celeste doing out?
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how did the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and carrying the to the girls' locker room. A handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Which I find interesting because the gun turret should have still shot him when he tried to go in, because no one had discovered a body yet.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. Could have been the end of things, but no. Byakugan discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to strip Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Okay.
The killer... You! And around the same time that Byakugan was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo?
This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Beaver time and nega time.
Oh god. Huh. Uh-oh. Ooh. This is a problem.
Some evidence. You're wrong. Don't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Listen. Show me evidence.
This should prove it.
I played in bands. I know how to keep a tempo.
Far replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In case, we can just check each of our right now. Will. Huh?
Killed him.
Why? That's the real question. Why'd you do it? Oh, look at that. Yay. Nice.
Yay!
Bro, what are you...
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta
He's
just
like, I just gotta give
give
up.
up. Go ahead, Kuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait, hold on.
No holding on. Time for the moment we... As the black this time around. You make the right choice or the dreadful wrong one. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Hanakuma Boo.
Yeah, I've been in actual court cases that have been faster than that. That was an hour and 8 minutes, just the trial. Uh-oh, looks like this time you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blacken that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Manda Owara. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, please hit the B button to fast forward the text.
I want to hear.
Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Terrible game, by the way. Now, nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy, but no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him into spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry. But...
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right. I want to change.
Oh, this part you gotta say.
Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first and ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to...
That's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of strongman that Chihiro had always aspired to be.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it would help give me some courage.
That's weird. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. I know what the name says, chat. There's no freaking way she suddenly started talking in third person. I get that we had a gender bender thing happen here, but I don't think gender bender also causes third person personality.
And Chihiro to suddenly be Monokuma.
Yeah. That was his aspiration. I mean, I did the Monokuma bit because obviously those weren't his thoughts. And he thought the only way with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that?
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro.
Huh? Did what he did? I mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
But why kill him? Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See?
Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Still trying to figure that part out. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trust each other, right? So why? Why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother.
Oh. Wow.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had a chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone.
Brother.
Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that the Mondo ever got on a bicycle.
Motorcycle. Bicycle.
Well, it'd probably start with a bicycle, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. Look at him fucking not stay steady up there. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Except the color of hair, apparently. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy.
Ew.
But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I just...
You gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
With me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry.
His brother's now Monokuma.
His brother's fucking Mickey Mouse. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Dai never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed.
Oh, God.
That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why I... Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety right down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you kept the secret all this time. If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I want to change. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him, and that jealousy broke me. Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I feel like I hear something start to creak, something inside my head. What do you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? You trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya! I remember anything after that. When I woke up again, she was laying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey!
I
killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Monday was normally so aggressive, so angry, he hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him! You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard! Shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
Kid me.
You mean execution? Just enjoy it for a second. There we go.
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now, I prepared a very special punishment.
From Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Now we gotta watch this execution. Executions are hard to watch. It's just Monokuma. Got here. Oh no, it's this execution. Oh god. The cage of death. Oh god. I don't remember exactly what happens. I remember it faintly. You know, this one kind of sucks if you know what happens to the human body under a certain number of G's.
Comes Jello. Everyone says it's butters.
No!
That's me.
No! What? Okay, the Mondo Butter thing. Yeah, but no. No.
Yeah, he put him on his pancakes.
That's not cool. That's gross.
Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace.
I'm not laughing right now.
It can't be. My brother got turned into butter.
Guess that makes him a butter brother.
Butter brother? I hardly know her brother.
Are you proud of yourself?
Staka said screams and weird our skulls. We were forced to realize once again, but of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakugan?
What is this? You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that...
However...
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because they made things more interesting.
I fucking hate this guy.
Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too.
That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be
I
done.
don't particularly care. Please continue.
The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder?
Not exactly.
He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea I'd seen him.
Oh.
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene?
But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, I never did. I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. Or just kill me. Look, if you kill me and Detective Girl, these other motherfuckers can't figure shit out.
It's true!
We're playing Among Us, alright? And goddamn clairvoyant over there is a wolf. That was the reason.
God.
Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's that?
Oh? I'm up next?
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
Do you like them? But you know, this is punishment, this despair. It's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
You're over-exaggerating.
I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
What do you mean?
Mean? Mean?
What?
Mean.
What the fuck?
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I'll never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next.
Wow.
I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
So cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed in the case of Chihiro and Mondo. I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue because the mastermind wouldn't let it in. For those of us who were still alive, the worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was a kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us.
Oh.
All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. The kind that goes boom every now and then.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Any Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match.
He said girl killed someone.
Yeah, there's not mention of girl
Yeah.
But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. Do remember we're supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no big.
Wow.
We can do about it. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
I'm gonna assume this is a female character.
Oh, there's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my...
Who is it? A 16 high school student.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but...
I think you're the
super
detective
denied,
chick right now.
ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. To reveal, right? No matter how close you were to their friends.
Ooh, boy. Well, that's... Oh, boy. I wonder what that is. We are down to 10. We only started with 15. So, who the fuck is the 16?
That item!
Time. Finish chapter 2. Yay! Success. Snip, snip.
Alright.
I know.
Let's go ahead and call it there for the night.
Okay.
It's a good stopping point. We just finished a case.
Fine.
Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like this in thumbnail we've got here. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, drop the bell notification. I'm gonna go unconscious.